If you're about to make partner at your firm, there's something you should understand. You're about to transition from being an employee to a business owner. And that shift changes everything from how you get paid to how you get taxed and how you manage your finances. And many attorneys I work with don't fully grasp these changes until after the transition. So today I'm breaking down exactly how partner compensation works and how it differs from associate pay. That way you can plan ahead. Hey guys, I'm Joel, your Big Law Money Guide. I'm married to a former Big Law attorney, and I've educated hundreds of attorneys on the topic of personal finance. So follow along if you want to make smarter financial decisions. So by the end of this video, you'll understand the key differences between associate pay and partner pay, and why understanding these differences matters for your financial situation. So this is the second video of my partnership transition series. So if you missed the first one where I covered kind of the basic overview of the partnership transition, I'll link that in the description below. But either way, you can follow along with this one. Let me start with a quick overview of associate compensation so you can see the contrast. In Big Law, as an associate, your primary responsibility is client work. And to compensate you for that work, well, you get a regular paycheck, whether that's every 2 weeks or twice a month. And it's based on a predetermined salary. Then, if you hit your billable hour requirement, you get a performance bonus at the end of the year. And many big law firms use the Cravath scale, which provides predictable compensation year after year. So let me show you what I mean by that. As you can see here, as a first year, you can expect a $225,000 salary with a potential $20,000 bonus. And as you move along to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth year, your salary increases exponentially from there. Same thing with your bonus. Now, keep in mind your firm has to follow the Cravath scale for this to be true. And by the way, this is a great website if you want the most up-to-date associate compensation. It's called biglawinvestor.com. And all of this income is classified as wages and is reported to you on Form W-2. Straightforward structure, regular paycheck, and predictable compensation. Once you make partner in Big Law, your role often extends beyond just client work. You may take on business development responsibilities and firm management duties like sitting on committees, associate recruiting, and contributing to firm strategy. And typically, your comp structure will change to reflect this new role. So you can now expect your income to fall into 3 different buckets. First, you'll still receive regular paychecks, similar to associates, but these are no longer called wages. Instead, you receive draws or guaranteed payments. And these draws are predetermined at the beginning of the year, giving you a baseline for budgeting. The next bucket is where your compensation becomes more variable, and you need to adjust your planning. I'm talking about quarterly profit distributions. And whether you receive these distributions depends on your partnership status, whether you're an equity partner versus a non-equity income partner. The key distinction is that equity partners share in the profits of the firm, while income partners do not. And most law firms follow a 2-tier partnership structure, so you're more than likely going to start as an income partner and then eventually be given the opportunity to buy in to the partnership and become an equity partner. As an equity partner, if the firm has a strong quarter, your distribution will be larger. If the firm underperforms, your distribution will be smaller. And this profit is paid through what we call quarterly distributions. And you can kind of see those as a return on your initial buy-in or capital contribution. And keep in mind that most law firms will require you to make additional capital contributions down the road. With all that said, I have seen some firms pay out quarterly distributions to income partners, but those are typically predetermined at the beginning of the year, essentially acting as additional draws for income partners. And finally, both equity and income partners may be eligible for a performance bonus at the end of the year. Here's a critical difference between associate and partner comp. All of partner compensation, whether that's draws, distributions, or bonus, is considered self-employment income. It is reported to you on Form K-1, not Form W-2. And this distinction has a significant implication on how you get taxed, which we'll cover in the next video. So what does this all mean to you? Looking at the compensation structure alone, there isn't a big difference between associate comp and income partner comp. Both receive a guaranteed income and a potential bonus at the end of the year. But there is a big difference on how you get taxed. As an income partner, you're taxed as a business owner even though you don't share in the firm's profits yet. So you get the tax complexity of ownership without the profit distributions. And as an equity partner, you've added the complexity of variable income with the quarterly distributions, which affect both your tax planning and cash flow management. Either way, this creates unique planning challenges that require different strategies than what you use as an associate. So in the next video of this partnership transition series, I'm going to cover the specific tax changes that occur when you transition to partner, including quarterly estimated tax payments, self-employment tax, and multi-state tax filings. So you can click on the video on your screen now, or also put a link in the description below. And if you're approaching partnership and you need guidance on navigating these changes so you can focus on your life and your career as opposed to becoming an expert in all this, I've included a link to schedule a free introductory call in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I break down partnership taxation.